Never thought I could eat my way to a slimmer waistline.
I was in the store and bam, there it was.
Reduced fat, no cholesterol.
Exactly what she needed for her super strict weight loss diet.
My hero, he's always just constantly looking out for me.
Anything, I mean anything to keep that irresistible waistline.
Keeping your waistline in line? Make it easy with Golden Cream Reduced Fat No Cholesterol Margarine. Now in a spanking new package that guarantees fitness.
Hold on, what is that?
Left wing, dog, left wing. What up, man?
Show me, sir. Yo, do that go left bad, yo. Man, tell you, yo.
Yo, hold on. Get the next tropical ready.
Tropical Rhythms for the fun of life. Follow us on Facebook.
You have always trusted Kester D's Gospel Music Center for the best in gospel CDs and DVDs. He has also been known as the best person to duplicate your CDs and DVDs. Download your favorite gospel music on memory cards, flash drives, smartphones, and other devices. Well, now, Kester D has moved to a bigger and better location at Lot 206 Eastern half of Charlotte Street between Alexander and Camp Streets. For more information, call Kester D on 600-3991 today. Kester D's Gospel Music Center, the home of gospel music in Guyana.
Hi, good night, everyone. Tonight it's a privilege to host the You're Not a Mistake show. Of course, you know this show belongs to Mr. Kester Dean, and he couldn't make it here tonight because he is with Saiku. And of course, you know that Saiku's album launch is going to be May the 20th at the GFC ground, and we're going in there with 10,000 strong persons. So you know they're just promoting the show, and they're in Burbies, and so I'm hosting the show for Kester, and I'm extremely excited tonight. So the first thing I would just like to do is to thank our wonderful sponsors. We have Dens Trading. And of course, we have Kester D's Gospel Music Center. There is Ansa McCall, and also there is Pastor Joseph Prasad. And you know, he's the person that is going to be conducting the anti-suicide, anti-job, and he's the person who is going to be doing the anti-suicide and the job creation rally, and that is going to be done in June. So he is a sponsor of the show, and we would really like to thank Pastor Joe for his sponsorship tonight, and of course iRide. So thank you so much to all of our wonderful sponsors. So without further ado, we are going to go into a music break by Saiku. And so Kevin, please take it away. Thank you.
The script said we should have did at 21. I just the mercies of God. You don't understand? Saiku.
If my pillow could speak, it would tell you how I weep. I was a bad man I road, but to Jesus me weep. If my pillow could speak, it would tell you how I weep. Me have a big smile I roll, but at night time me weep. Sometimes me no want to wake up, true me feel like my life a waste. It's like every door me knock on, them a slam them in my face. Most times I'm smiling, deep Inside my heart to break, but you never give me more than I can take. Man a plan, gotta wipe out. You me no have no more white mouth. Go look at job, them give me stress. To them see me have a ghetto address. To be poor is like a crime and it no easy. By the cover of me book I saw them read me. Nah no jacket, nah no tie, so them no need me. Jah knows it with me. If my pillow could speak, it would tell you how I weep. I was a bad man I road, but to Jesus me weep. If my pillow could speak, it would tell you how I weep. Me have a big smile I roll, but at night time Nobody knows the troubles I've seen. Nobody knows but Jesus and me. Nobody knows the pain that I feel. Nobody but my pillow and me. My life no pretty like the cards from the synthesizer, and it no easy neither. And it no pretty like the girls from Hollywood inside. Someone not criticize. My world was a dog eat dog. Couldn't wear no facade in a tenement yard. Road no pretty like the strings from the card. Every day me wake me say thank you Lord. If my pillow could speak, it would tell you how I weep. I was a bad man I road, but to Jesus me weep. If my pillow could speak, it would tell you how I weep. Me have a big smile I roll, but at night time me weep. Psycho, skibidi bang, da da de. Me giving talk me live to see another day. Hey, phenomenal one, know me a God man. And in the ear if you say Jesus I did that. Baby, bounce hey. Selector if you love that, pull it up again. Flash it. Stand diddly pop. Jesus on me Adonai, me daddy, me papa. If my pillow could speak, it would tell you how I weep. I was a bad man I road, but to Jesus me weep. If my pillow could speak, it would tell you how I weep. Enough time. Me have a big smile I roll, but at night time me weep. If my pillow could speak, it would tell you how I weep. Me was a bad man out the road, but to Jesus me weep. You know what you? If my pillow could speak, it would tell you how I weep. Oh, me cry. Me had a big smile I roll, but at night time me weep. Yeah. Pillow could speak, how I weep. Jesus me weep.
You have always trusted Castudi's Gospel Music Center for the best in gospel CDs and DVDs. He has also been known as the best person to duplicate your CDs and DVDs. Download your favorite gospel music on memory cards, flash drives, smartphones, and other devices. Well now, Castudi has moved to a bigger and better location at Lot 206 Eastern half of Charlotte Street between Alexander and Cap Streets. For more information, call Castudi on 600-3991 today. Castudi's Gospel Music Center, the home of gospel music in Guyana.
Attitude. Give me attitude. Next. Action. Guys, where's the ice cream? Cut! In 4 delectable flavors, the new Super Premium Royal Ripple ice cream is smooth, unbelievably rich, and far more affordable than you think. Royal Ripple Super Premium from Sterling Products Limited.
Left wing, dog, left wing. What up, man?
Yo, do that go left bad, yo. Man, tell you, yo.
Yo, oh, go on. Get the next tropical ready.
Tropical Rhythms for the fun of life. Follow us on Facebook.
Good night again, everyone. I'm just reminding you that I'm sitting in for Minister Kester Dean, and this is the You Are Not a Mistake Gospel Show. And I am really excited tonight. Usually, whenever I have to make any kind of presentation, whether it's on behalf of iRide or on behalf of anything else, I'm usually very enthusiastic about it, and I'm so excited to be here tonight. And so before we go into further into the program, I just want to bring us a word of encouragement, because of course, as you know, this is a gospel show, and whatever is done here is done to the honor of and the glory of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And of course, our whole aim and intention of having this show is to bring honor and glory to His name. So without further ado, I just want to talk a little bit about Mary in the Bible. We all remember the story about Mary, when Mary went and bought this alabaster box of oil, right? And she poured it on Jesus' feet. And she couldn't stop crying, and she was just like sitting there pouring this perfume all over His feet. She was crying, and she just kept wiping His feet with her hair. And there was a reason for that, right? Because Jesus forgave her of so much, and so that was her way of really thanking Jesus for what He did in her life. And you know what? When I think of Mary, sometimes I think of myself, and I think of many other persons that I've spoken to, because there's so many things that we have gone through in life. There's so many mistakes that we have made, and yet still, when we come to Jesus, He says to us, you know what? It's not over until He says that it's over. He is the person, according to Kester. Kester likes to use this phrase. He likes to say, "Flip the script." And Jesus really does flip the script in your life. There are many times when persons would write you off and say, you know what, you used to do this and you used to do that, and you're that kind of man, and you're that kind of girl, and whatever it is. But Jesus can flip the script in your life. He can change your life. He can turn it around. And what I love about the story about Mary is that she was that kind of girl. She was out there. That kind of girl that used to like be passing from person to person and all of these things. But when Jesus came into her life, when all of that stopped, with the help of Jesus, it totally stopped. And what I love about that story is that she was not defined by her past anymore. When Jesus comes, He wipes your slate clean. So even if you were this kind of person or that kind of person, Jesus wipes the slate clean. He forgives you. As long as you want Him to and you ask Him to forgive you, He forgives you. And He doesn't remember your sins against you anymore. If you feel condemned after you've asked Jesus to forgive you for your sins, you have to remember that that is not the work of Jesus. That is the work of the devil. Because when God forgives you, He doesn't throw it back in your face and say, well, you know what, Melissa, you used to do this, or you used to do that, or you used to do the other. He's not like that. He's a forgiving God, and He's a loving God. So when He forgives you, that's the end of it. And now you have a responsibility, because of course He did His part by forgiving you. All right? So now you have a responsibility to walk the straight and the narrow road. And we used to hear a lot about this, walking the straight and the narrow road, I guess when we were younger, but that is still valid for today. We're still required to walk the straight and narrow road, because the Bible says that broad is the path that leads to destruction. And of course, when we are Christians, of course, we have to make choices that are pleasing unto God. If whatever we're doing is not pleasing to God, well, then I would suggest that we stop doing it. Because whatever we do, however we live our lives, it should please the Lord. So, let's follow Mary's example. When she came to Jesus, her life was never the same again. She didn't come to Jesus and then yet still practice living the same way that she lived. She changed. All right? And God has the ability to help all of us to change. Of course, it's a work in progress. When you come to Christ, you don't, just get perfect and all of that. All right, we still make mistakes, and so every time we make a mistake, you know, we still have to go back to the Lord and ask him for forgiveness. That's very important, right? And even as we ask the Lord for forgiveness, it's important as well too that we are forgiving people, because today I was actually reading the Bible. I was reading in Matthew chapter 6, and you know, I was reading the Lord's Prayer. And so myself and my 10-year-old daughter, we were discussing what it really meant, you know, what the Lord's Prayer meant. And so we came up to this part where Jesus was saying that, you know, you should pray like this: Father, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who have trespassed against us. And I was explaining to her that a trespass is a sin. And what I remember specifically saying to her, you know, is that, you know, there are many times when we would say, you know, this person did me that, and, you know, that person did me this, and whatever the case may be. And at one point I was like that. It's like, okay, you know, everybody did me something. And, you know, there was one point that, you know, I had to confront a particular issue with someone. And then I realized, you know what, I really did wrong to this person. I really did wrong to this person. I had to ask the person to forgive me. And you know, it's very important that, you know, that we bear in mind that even as we ask the Lord to forgive us, we should forgive those who have sinned against us. And even as we want forgiveness from God, you know, there's some persons that we need to go to and ask them to forgive us, because we're not right about everything. I mean, it would be really erroneous for us to think for us to look at ourselves and think, well, you know what, people only do me wrong things. You know, we do people wrong things too, and you can be a Christian and still do people wrong things. And so that is why the Bible actually says that, you know what, when you're offering your gift to the altar, all right, if you remember that your brother has aught against you, go and reconcile with your brother first, and then come back to the altar and offer your gift. That's very, very important. That's what the word says, and that's what we should go by. Now, none of us are perfect, but we all strive for perfection. And we shouldn't say to ourselves, you know what, well, I'm not perfect, as if that's a free pass. It's not a free pass. All right? We should do what we know is right. And there are many times that, yes, we will stumble and we will fall. But when you stumble and you fall, you get back up and you get back in. You just get right back up again. You don't say, well, you know what, I sinned, you know what, and I'm condemned, and that's the end of me and stuff like that. You don't say those things. What you actually do when you realize that you have erred and that you've sinned against God and sinned against others, seek forgiveness and seek restoration. Come back in the game. You know, just come right back. Come right back. One of the things that I remember saying to the Lord last week, because I was really having a really tough day in one of the days in last week, and I was saying to the Lord, I said, you know what? My worst day with you, Jesus, is better than my best day without you. You know, so even when we have bad days, when people do us things, and when we do people things, or whatever the case may be, just keep striving. Just keep striving. Just keep serving the Lord. Just keep your eyes focused on Jesus. All right. You know, I've tried the broad road. You know, and really and truly, it does lead to destruction. I've tried it, and I don't want to try it again. You know, if a person really wants to know what the broad road is like, I can tell you. You will just end up wasting a lot of time behind things that really and truly, you know, wouldn't put you anywhere. So it's very important. Take the straight and the narrow road. That leads to life. That leads to blessing. That leads to abundance. Take the straight and narrow road, okay? So I'm so happy that, you know, that I could have given you guys that word of encouragement. And, you know, right now I am on Facebook Live. I'm on my page. You know, you can actually find me on Facebook Live right now. My name is Melissa Davey, and you can actually find me on Facebook right now. I'm actually live on my page. So I just want to talk to us about another topic right now, and that would be Mr. Saiku Andrews event that's coming up May 20th, and I am extremely happy because I'm gonna get to be a part of that event. You know, that is a much anticipated event. It's a Guyanese event. And so Mr. Saiku Andrews, he has been singing for a very, very, very long time. And you know, he used to sing with Kester D, Firehouse and the band. He used to sing with them, you know. There was Kester, there was John, Adrian. I can't remember all of the other names, but I remember even my sister-in-law, Miss Eloise Leonard. She used to sing with them. Tertia Andrews, she used to sing with them as well. You know, and I remember seeing them perform at Gospel Fest, and you know, Saiku always, he always caught my attention because I really thought that, you know, this is a talented young man. And every time, every gospel concert I go to, you know, a lot of them I used to hear Saiku sing, you know, and so at one of these concerts now, you know, someone came from Jamaica. And they heard Saiku and they were like, you know, who's this guy? You know, he's so amazing. And when they heard Saiku, of course, you know, they wanted to find out more about Saiku. And, you know, the opportunity came for Saiku to go to Jamaica and to record with Danny Brownie. Danny Brownie is one of the famous gospel producers. He produced music for persons like Papa San and, you know, DJ Nicholas and so on. You know, he is one of the main gospel producers in Jamaica. And so Saiku went there and he produced his album. And the album is going to launch on May 20th at GFC Ground. Of course, you know, GFC Ground is located right by Vicendian Road. So we are going to be out there at GFC Ground on May 20th. Guys, let's mark our calendar. Let's make it a date and support this Guyanese event. All right? You don't have to necessarily belong to the Christian faith to be there. Yes, Saiku is a Christian and what he sings does represent the gospel, but you know, all Guyanese are welcome. We will be so happy to have you there at Saiku's album launch. You know, I'm really, really excited about it, and I really hope and pray that you guys would come out here in numbers. It's a family affair, and you know, all persons below the age of 10 years, they don't have to pay to get into the event. As a matter of fact, the event is free, but what we're asking you to do is to just purchase an original CD for $1,500 and you just get to come into the event for free. And you know what? In the event that persons pay for the CD, right? In the event that persons pay for the CD, which will be given out on May 20th at the concert, at the concert. Now, you will still get your CD even if you don't come to the event. All right, so the event is absolutely free. You just have to pay for the CD and you just get to go right in. All right, so without further ado, we're going to go into another music break. And so just take it away, Kevin. We're going to be hearing the song You by Saiku.
Yo, Brady.
Wagwan Saiku.
Just make sure you call the musicians them. Cause worship this morning, yo, we'll be on fire. You know what I mean?
Yes, man.
See you at church.
Alright, brother.
Good.
Don't say a word.
Shouting, I need your heart, yes, I need intimacy, just more than the offerings you bring, you ain't got to impress me, just be genuine, I need you, I need you, I need you, I need your whole heart, I need you, I need you. Times of devotions in the morning and the whisper in my ears at night. How you call my name when no one is around, those are the things that I like, yeah. I need intimacy, more than the offerings you bring. You ain't got to impress me, just be genuine. I need you, 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 you. I need you, 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 you. I need you, 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 you. I need your whole heart. I need you, 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 you. I need you, 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 you. I need you, 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 you. I need your whole heart. Get back to the place where I first loved you. To be in your presence, there's nothing that I won't do. I'll get back to the place where you first found me. To live in your presence, so intimate with you. I walk with you, I talk with you, I live for you, die for you. My hopes in you, my faith in you. You are the love of my life. I need you, 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 you. I need you, 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 you. I need you, 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 you. I need your whole heart. I need you, 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 you. I need you, 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 you. I need you, 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 you. I need your whole heart. He needs a little bit more than Sunday mornings, little bit more than the songs, little bit more than the jumping and shouting. He needs our hearts, yeah. I need intimacy more than the offerings you bring. You ain't got to impress me, just be genuine. I need you, 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 you. I need you, 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 you. I need you, 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 you. I need your whole heart. I need you, 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 you. I need you, 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 you. I need you, 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 you. I need your whole heart. I need you, 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 you. I need you, 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 you. I need you, 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 you. I need your whole heart. I need you, 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 you.
Hold on, man. Watch this. Next week.
Left wing, dog, left wing.
Go!
What up, man?
Show me, sir. Yo, do that go left bad, yo. Man, tell you, yo.
Yo, hold on. Get the next tropical ready.
Tropical Rhythms for the fun of life. Follow us on Facebook.
You have always trusted Kestudy's Gospel Music Center for the best in gospel CDs and DVDs. He has also been known as the best person to duplicate your CDs and DVDs. Download your favorite gospel music on memory cards, flash drives, smartphones, and other devices. Well, now, Kestudy has moved to a bigger and better location at Lot 206 Eastern half of Charlotte Street between Alexander and Camp Streets. For more information, call Kestudy on 600-3991 today. Kestudy's Gospel Music Center, the home of gospel music in Guyana.
Attitude. Give me attitude. Next. Action. Guys, where's the ice cream? Cut! In 4 delectable flavors, the new Super Premium Royal Ripple ice cream is smooth, unbelievably rich, and far more affordable than you think. Royal Ripple Super Premium from Sterling Products Limited.
And welcome back to You're Not a Mistake Gospel Show. Again, I'm sitting in for your host, Minister Kester Dean. And so I'm really, like I said before, I'm really excited. I'm really happy to be here. And so we were talking about Psycho's album launch, which is going to be at the GFC ground May 20th. And I'm even more excited because along with Psycho, we're going to have some other really notable artists. First of all, we're going to have the beautiful Trinacia Essie Boom. And, you know, anybody who has been really following local gospel music should know about Trinacia. Her voice is really, really beautiful, and she always sings to glorify God. We're going to have Solid Youth in the house. And Solid Youth always makes me excited too, because, you know, he sang a song that always resonated with me, and the song is Abstinence, which speaks about, you know, not fornicating and things like that. You know, he's very, very straight up in that song, you know, and so I really, really love the song. There's also Otto Boafo. He's going to be there. He sang Double Double. We're going to have Anil Aziz. He sang with in Jesus Me Can't Die. You know, we know those songs. And of course, all of these persons are coming with new songs. So I really can't wait to hear them. We're going to have Kevin Downswell. And he's going to be singing, You Make Me Stronger. Well, I know I can't sing, but I just couldn't resist singing that part. But, you know, we're going to have Kevin Downswell in the house. We're going to have Mr. Ian Greaves in the house, too. We're going to have Melissa Vandiar. And, of course, we are going to have the fireman, Kester D. All right. Last but certainly not least, we're going to have Prodigal Son there. He's coming from Jamaica himself. Kevin Downswell. They're actually coming in from Jamaica. So that's going to be a wonderful event. And, you know, myself and my family are going to be there. My friends are going to be there. So I'm encouraging you guys, you know, bring out your friends and your family to the event. Remember, the event is actually free. But what you're doing, you're actually purchasing you're actually purchasing the Psycho's album for $1,500, and you just get to come into the event. So just in case you actually don't, just in case you buy a ticket and which would actually get you an album, and you don't actually come to the event, you are still entitled to that album even after the event. So I would say, guys, let's support Psycho. And, you know, I think this is more than just support. This is just going to be an awesome event. To miss this event, I would say, you know what, guys, just don't miss it. Do not miss it. It's going to be really, really amazing, right? So let's just remember, bring out all our friends and our family to this event, May 20th. And so, I would just like to move on and to just speak about the anti-suicide, job creation, and the anti-violence rally. Now, this is actually going to be hosted by Pastor Joe Prasad. And Pastor Joseph Prasad, now he is actually coming all the way from Queens, New York, and the name of his church is Liberty Bible Fellowship. And so, you know, Pastor Joseph Prasad, he's a humanitarian, he's an entrepreneur, also he does a lot of nonprofit work. And most importantly, he's a son of the soil. He's a born Guyanese. And Pastor Joseph Prasad, you know, he loves Guyana so much. And, you know, he always makes sure that, you know, that he keeps in tune with everything that is happening in Guyana. And of course, you know, in Guyana, we have we have the highest suicide rates. And, you know, this is a real concern to all of us involved in the anti-suicide, anti-violence, and job creation rally. You know, it's a great concern. And, you know, Pastor Joseph Prasad and all of us involved, we just want to see our nation move forward. So we are going to actually be having the launch of the rally on the 29th of April, and that will actually take place at the Marriott Hotel. That will be on the 29th of April, I repeat, and it's going to be at the Marriott at 9 a.m. So we are sending invitations to persons, And we're actually sending out a small number of invitations to persons. However, we are opening it to persons who would like to come to the event. As long as you're really concerned about these matters that are happening in Guyana and you want to make a difference, we are inviting you to this event that's gonna take place on the 29th of April at 9 a.m. So if you would like more information as to how you can come to this event, I would just like you to contact myself, or you can contact Minister Kester Dean or Minister Sean Sobers or Minister Adrian Lal. You can contact either of the four of us and we can tell you how you can actually be a part of this event. Now, it's only 100 persons we're actually catering for, and we're actually sending out just about 30 special invitations. So at least we have room for 70 more persons who are concerned about the state of affairs in our country and actually want to make a difference. So you can contact us. Could you kindly contact us at least the latest, I would say, by Tuesday? And so we can actually get you your invitation, because the event is strictly invitational. And again, it's for those persons who really want to do something about the suicide rate, the violence that takes place in our nation, and the joblessness. So, we're actually looking forward to hearing from you. And so let's actually just, mark our calendars and make it a date on the 29th of April. Thank you so much. And so now we are going to go into another music video by Mr. Kevin Downswell. You Make Me Stronger. Dominic, take it away.
You make me stronger. Oh, Lord, you make me stronger.
Gracias, Jesús.
Watch me! From Jamaica to the Caribbean, from Spain to Colombia, from Canada to the US, Uganda. You're my creator, Lord, you know my times. Seasons of breakthrough, my seasons of trial. So I will seek you, and you I will find. You're my strong tower, in you I will hide. Help me now. You make me stronger. Lord, I take your hand. You fix my focus. No, I know who I am. Sing that song. I used to run from battles, but you made me strong. Jesus, God strong and mighty. To Honduras, El Salvador, Colombia, Bolivia, Venezuela. We're gonna sing the song in Espanol. You ready? Help me. Woo! Usted me hace más fuerte. Oh, oh, come on. Usted me hace más fuerte. Gracias, Jesús. Oh, uno. Usted me hace más fuerte. Gracias, Jesús. Oh, back to Jamaica. You make me stronger. Let me see the wonder. Malawi, Rwanda, Burundi, Zambia. We're gonna do this in Swahili. Yesu ufanya mimi nguvu. Yesu ufanya mimi nguvu. Yesu ufanya mimi nguvu. Yesu ufanya mimi nguvu. Back to Jamaica. You make me stronger. Wave your flag. 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 Lord, you make me stronger. Wave your flag. Wave your flag. Sing it again. You make me stronger. From Spain to Jamaica. Lord, you make me stronger. From Australia to US. Hallelujah. Hey. Hey.
Never thought I could eat my way to a slimmer waistline.
I was in the store and bam, there it was.
Reduced fat, no cholesterol.
Exactly what she needed for her super strict weight loss diet.
My hero, he's always just constantly looking out for me.
Anything, I mean anything to keep that irresistible waistline.
Keeping your waistline in line? Make it easy with Golden Cream Reduced Fat No Cholesterol Margarine. Now in a spanking new package that guarantees fitness.
Hold on, what is it? Next week.
Left wing, dog, left wing.
What?
What up, man?
Show me that. Yo, do that go left bad youth. Man, tell you, yo.
Yo, hold on. Get the next tropical ready.
Tropical Rhythms for the fun of life. Follow us on Facebook.
You have always trusted Kestudy's Gospel Music Center for the best in gospel CDs and DVDs. He has also been known as the best person to duplicate your CDs and DVDs. Download your favorite gospel music on memory cards, flash drives, smartphones, and other devices. Well, now, Kestudy has moved to a bigger and better location at Lot 206 Eastern half of Charlotte Street between Alexander and Camp Streets. For more information, call Kester D on 600-3991 today. Kestudy's Gospel Music Center, the home of gospel music in Guyana.
And welcome back to You Are Not a Mistake Gospel Show. And again, I'm sitting in for host, Minister Kester Dean. And so tonight, I would really like to thank all of our wonderful sponsors. And I would like to thank in particular Dens Trading, and they're the exporter of used batteries. So if you have used car batteries, used truck batteries, you can contact Dens Trading. And you know, you can actually be financially rewarded whenever you take in a used battery to Dens Trading. And you can contact them on telephone numbers 225-9444. The number again, 225-9444. And you can also contact them on 622-0455 and 616-0412. The numbers again, 622-0455 and 616-0412. The name of the business is Dens Trading, and they're the exporter of used batteries. Okay, so for all those used batteries, don't throw them in the garbage. Just take them to Dens Trading, and you're going to be financially rewarded for that. Okay, and of course, without any further ado, you guys see me sitting here with my I Write T-shirt, and I love to wear my I Write T-shirt at every single opportunity that I get to wear it, because I'm all excited about I Write. You guys know me as the CEO of I Write Guyana, and I Write Guyana is the new transportation technology app. And so for those of us who don't know how I Write works, now I will explain to you again how it works. I never get tired of actually explaining anything about I Write. So first of all, I'd like to invite you guys to go like the I Write Guyana page. We are on Facebook. Now the app is already out. It's already out. For all of our Android users, you can go check the Play Store, and for all of our iPhone users, by tomorrow you can go check the App Store, and you can download the I Write Drivers app. Remember, this is not the passengers app, this is the drivers app. So you can go download that app, and when you download the app, we would like for you to put in your correct credentials. So if your name is Melissa Davy, we would like you to put in your correct name, your correct address, your correct telephone number. And we are going to contact you as soon as you put in your correct credentials. We are going to receive all of that information, and we will contact you. All right, but you don't have to wait for us to contact you. Also, you can come down to our office. We are located on the 3rd floor of the Gizmos and Gadgets building, and right now we are just registering drivers. That's all we're doing right now, registering drivers, because we want to make sure that when the passengers download the app, that we have sufficient drivers for all of the passengers. And the reason why the I Write app was created is to modernize the transportation sector of Guyana, because many of us travel, and many of us, when we go to the US and to Europe, when we go to Canada, even when we go to the UK, we use Uber and we use Lyft. So I Write actually takes a similar model to Uber and to Lyft in the US. And so let me tell you how the app works. So just like how we have Facebook and WhatsApp and Instagram, I Write is an app, right? So we right now we're at a Channel 2 studio, which is located in South Rhineville. So let's say myself and the television operator Dominique, let's say we need to go to Pegasus. Now we wouldn't go outside and we wouldn't go and flag down a ride, or flag down a taxi, nor would we call a taxi and say, well, you know what, could you please send a car to David Rose Street, South Rhineville. Melissa and Dominique, we're actually trying to go to the Pegasus Hotel, and yes, you have to look for us because Melissa has on a black shirt and Dominic has on a white shirt, you know, just make sure that you look for us. And could you tell us now what kind of car is coming for us? And then the dispatcher might say, well, you know, a blue car is coming, you know, and a short guy is driving it, you know, his name is so and so. None of that. Absolutely none of that with iRide. None of that. Now with iRide, Dominique and myself, we're actually going to Pegasus. So what we simply do is open our app. When we want to open Facebook, we just touch the app to open it. Similarly, when we want to go anywhere, we just touch our iRide app to open it. When we open the app, we're actually going to see all of the iRide drivers who are 4 km away from us. And so we're going to see those who are 4 km away in the north, 4 km away in the south, 4 km away in the east and in the west. And then we simply press request ride. When we press request ride, one of the drivers will respond to us. All right? Now, the message actually goes out to all of the drivers when we press request ride. So the drivers will know that Melissa Davy is requesting a ride. The app is actually going to tell all of the drivers who are 4 km away that message. So it's going to say Melissa Davy is requesting a ride. It's going to show my picture. Also, the app will pick up my location that I'm at the Channel 2 studio. All of that is being made possible just by touching a button, just by actually pressing request ride, right? The message is sending out again, my name, my picture, and also it's picking up my location. So that message is going to all of those drivers who are 4 km away. And then only one of the drivers can respond. And that driver, whoever responds, they have 60 seconds in which they have to respond to us. So let's say Minister Kester Dean is the iRide driver. When Minister Kester Dean responds, I am going to see all of this information coming towards me. I'm going to see Kester's name. I'm going to see Kester Dean. I'm going to see his picture. I'm going to see Minister Kester Dean is driving a black 2012 Allion PWW 2090. All of that I'm going to see. And then I'm also going to see Kester coming towards me on the Google map. So let's say Minister Kester Dean is all the way by Cemetery Road. You know, he's by Cemetery Road and Norton Street. And he's coming towards me. So I'm going to see him driving straight up Cemetery Road, right, heading in a southern direction, right, on Cemetery Road. Then I'm going to see him making that left into the back road. And then I'm going to see him making a right into David Rose Street, South Rheinfeldt. Now, all of this is made possible because the app works with Google Maps, right? So the app works with GPS to pick up the passenger's location, and it works with GPS so that we can locate the drivers, right? So I'm seeing everything. Now, there's no dispatcher that can lie to me and say to me, you know, the driver is 20 minutes away or the driver is 5 minutes away. No, none of that will happen. I'm seeing exactly where my driver is. And so let's say I'm in conversation with someone and although I can see all that information, I don't feel like staring at my phone all the time to see where the driver is. The app is going to still give me a notification when the driver is 1 minute away. The app is going to say driver is close by. So that is when myself and the television operator Dominic will step out of Channel 2 studios. We wouldn't step out anytime before. It's only until we get that notification, driver is close by. Well, then we will know that the driver is on the last leg of his journey. So when we step out there, we will already know it's Kester. You know, we will already know that, you know, Kester is the driver because the app told me the app actually told me that he's driving a black car, that he's driving a black Allion PWW 2090. I already saw all of that. Plus, I saw his picture, and I already know his name. The app told me his name. So I think that is totally amazing. Also, the app calculates the fares. So nobody could say, the driver can't say, well, you know, the customer's trying to rob me, or the customer can't say the driver's trying to rob me. The app is calculating the fares and everything. So for persons out there, you know, who would like to earn, who would like to make iRide their full-time job, or who would like to make iRide their side hustle, right? As a matter of fact, anybody can do iRide. Anyone can do it. I know there's a lot of persons who are showing interest in iRide as their full-time job. A lot of taxi drivers have come in to me and say, you know what, Melissa, I want to do this. I want to do iRide. I love the idea. And you know why they love the idea? Yes, I'm glad you asked. They love the idea because they don't have to pay any base fees. So let's say there's a problem happening with you, you know, like let's say there's some unfortunate situation that happened with you as a driver this week. Now, you don't have to pay us any kind of base fee. So if you have a problem this week and you can't, and you actually can't work this week, that is no problem with iRide because we don't charge you a base fee. So it's not a case where, you know what, if you don't drive, you still have to pay us a base fee. You don't have to pay us anything until you earn. And as a matter of fact, the first month is actually free from any kind of commission, right? Normally, okay, what we will actually do is take a commission from the drivers when they earn. But for the first month, as a welcome bonus, the drivers don't have to pay us any commission. So if you're a taxi driver and you wanna check out iRide, you just come and visit us. We are located on the 3rd floor of the Gizmos and Gadgets building. All you have to have is a smartphone, and of course, you know, you have to be driving for at least 2 years, and you have to have a car that's from 2004 coming forward. Just come and check me. We are located on the 3rd floor of the Gizmos and Gadgets building. This is actually going to be so amazing because you know what? If I was a taxi driver, you know, and I didn't have to pay base fees, I would be like the happiest person alive. Because in the event that something happens and you know, I can't work this week, well then I don't have to pay anybody anything because remember, I didn't earn anything. So I don't have to pay anyone any money. All right? iRide will only collect a commission from the drivers when they actually earn something. And with iRide, we will not say to you, look, you have to work 12 hours a day, or you have to work 40 hours a week. No. You're actually your own boss. You're an independent contractor with iRide. You're actually your own boss. So you are the person who actually dictates your hours. You work when it's convenient for you. And so I was actually just speaking to the persons who will use iRide as their full-time job. Now, to the other persons who will use iRide as their side hustle, or what we call a secondary form of employment, of course, you're all welcome to do so because this app can accommodate thousands of users. So you could be Minister Kestadine, and you could actually be the the gospel show host and the promoter, and of course and everything else that the Kester does. He can do all the other things that he does, and yet still he can do iRide as his side hustle. Now anybody can do it. Nurses, doctors, lawyers, teachers, pastors, anybody can do iRide as their side hustle, because we don't actually say to you, you know what, you have to work this amount of hours or that amount of hours. You work when it's convenient for you. So come find out more about iRide. You can actually contact us on 654-5984, or you can contact us on 600-7433. And we are located on the 3rd floor of the Gizmos and Gadgets building. And let me tell you, as long as you do iRide one time, you are going to continue to do it. It's going to be so amazing. Just imagine, as a passenger, you don't have to actually use up credit to make a call, for a taxi. Now with iRide, by the actual touch of a button, you can request a ride. Now there are 3 categories of iRide. I would just like to remind you guys. There's the iRide Basic, which is like the 1500cc cars from like the Allianz, the Premios, the Axios, etc. And then they're even the there are even some other cars that I didn't mention, but as long as it's like the 1500cc cars, you're welcome to do iRide with it, right? And that will cover the basic category. Then there's the luxury category. So for all the persons who have like the 1800cc cars and upwards, like let's say the Mark X's, the Lexus, the Benz, the BMWs, the Audis, and so there's also a category for you. And with that category, just imagine you can actually just work 2 hours every weekend, and you can get like about $12,000. Yes, just for working just for 2 hours. You know, because I mean there are a lot of persons who will be having weddings. They'll be having special events like proms. You know, they'll be going on special dates, and of course they can request you through the app. And you know, if I was a person who had a luxury car, believe me, I definitely would have been doing iRide with it. All right, and there is also the last category, which is the iRide van. Those are for persons with Hilux, Noahs, Voxies, SUVs. Of course, we have something there for you as well too. All right, so you can actually earn $6,000 in 1 hour. Yes, with those kind of vehicles. Because let's say, you know, I went to purchase something from Courts, and I went and purchased it cash, but I don't want to wait, you know, until Courts. Well, Courts is a wonderful company. Good night to all you guys of Courts. But, you know, I don't want to wait until, you know, Courts truck deliver it. I could just simply request a Hilux, request a Noah, request a Voxy. Just basically request one of those bigger vehicles to transport my item. All right, so you know, with iRide there is something in it for everyone. So I'm hoping to see you guys soon. And last but certainly not least, iRide is coming to the University of Guyana. We are going to be there on Tuesday from 1 to 6. So let's make it a date, guys. Just come and see us out there. We're going to have an iRide Expo out there from at the University of Guyana campus on the tarmac from 1 to 6. So see you there, and thank you so much for tuning in to You Are Not a Mistake Gospel Show. I was sitting in for Minister Kester Dean, and it was my pleasure to interact with you tonight. Have a blessed week, everyone.
I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful to you for everything you've done for me and my family. Lord, I'm praising thee, giving God all the glory for all you've done for me and my family. Lord, I'm thanking thee. Yeah, bless my enemies. I tell you I'm so grateful, 'cause to me you're so graceful. Supply all of my needs, you're so faithful. All when the pagans them so hateful, you stay blessing me, keeping my plate full. Sweeter than honey to my lips, you're so tasteful. And me can't get enough for your loving and your hugging. Gosh, me need more than a spateful. For everything you've done for me and my family, Lord, I'm praising thee, giving God all the glory for all you've done for me and my family. Lord, I'm thanking thee. Yeah, bless my enemies. They put me trust in the Almighty. Matter how them chat, I know them a fight me. Them don't even know the times when me cry tears. All when me couldn't even wear a Nike. Father God bless me up so me irie. Still no for them a try hard for deprive me. But me don't tell dirty heart. Free part, start run, get me behind me. For everything you've done for me and my family, Lord, I'm praising thee, giving God all the glory for all you've done for me and my family. Lord, I'm thanking thee. Yeah, say them are my friend, but them only a pretend. Coming and see the love enough of them claim to send. Then them have the opportunity for help, but the only ones them help is sadly themselves. Sometimes I feel like melt to know the ones who hurt you the most are your friends.